shooting pain coming down from the top of my head, from my neck, all the way down to the back of my hips. And I couldn't really move my ankle, my knees to touch the gas pedal or the brake pedal. That drive home was excruciatingly long and very, very painful. And at that moment, I kind of thought about ending my life. As soon as I got home, I just fell to my knees, and I started crawling to the ottoman of my living room. And I just told my boyfriend, I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm in so much pain. I can't be on these drugs anymore. Things need to change. No more medicine. Let's just go the holistic route. I changed my diet completely to an organic, anti-inflammatory diet. It removes a lot of dairy and gluten, which really inflames my body. I meditate, I do yoga, and I do a lot of acupuncture. So that's a lot of the homeopathic stuff that I do and holistic stuff to treat my RA.
That's the really kind of big thing with living with, autoimmune arthritis, is that it is so different than just, your grandma has a bum knee. It's really this systemic issue that dictates much of my life, honestly. When you stop and you start listening to yourself, and when you start taking stock of where you are in that moment and allowing yourself to just be in that moment and own that moment for yourself, and that moment is for nobody else, then this really magical thing happens where you can just sort of let go. And I've had these epiphanies while sitting and meditating and starting to understand past things that happened in my life or things that I'm dealing with right now. And it's amazing when you just kind of carve out that time for yourself, what it can do for you.
What is beautiful in your point of view right now? It's just like, for me, as soon as I start running, like, I think I get in this zone where it's just like, I guess it's automatic moving meditation. It's just me and the pavement and my own thoughts, and it's just, I don't know, I escape from it all. My doctor saying, you're never going to run again. You're never going to do this again. You're never going to be active again. You're never going to do anything like this again. Like, those last moments of my race where I'm running and I see the finish line, in the back of my head, I always have that. The doctor said, you're never going to run again. And look at you. You're running a race. You are beating RA because look at you. You ran this race. Those are really awesome moments for me.
I wrote my first blog post in the middle of the night and, started putting it together. And, at first it was really just cathartic for me because I was going through so much at the time with my own health that it was really healing for me to just put it out there and to sort of creatively write about it and my experiences and hope that others would learn from it. And, I thought, okay, I started this blog and I've got my name, The Hurt Blogger, and everything. And I thought, well, I might as well reserve Twitter, whatever that thing is. I love blogging and writing and, you know, what I've been able to grow it into. But yeah, I mean, blogging started as a way for me to vent and grew into a way for me to help support my community, to help people understand what it's like to live with the two types of arthritis that I have, both rheumatoid arthritis and spondylitis, and, you know, let them understand that you can keep living despite these diseases. I find this real beauty in the struggling parts of nature. Like, I love taking photographs of, you know, these weird little plants that will crop up in the middle of a sidewalk that by all means look like they shouldn't live there, but, you know, somehow they're growing there. Plants that are somehow thriving in the midst of like all this adversity. And the obvious metaphor is there, you know, with me living with my disease and so forth. And it really helps me find perspective about, you know, my place in the world and, you know, how I can deal with, you know, my disease in other ways. Yeah, I mean, the term, you know, being a, you know, arthritis athlete or RA athlete, I mean, it's super empowering to me. And I think a lot of being an athlete is setting those goals and, you know, finding ways to meet them. So I think it's much more about a mentality than it is necessarily about, you know, the physicality of it, if that makes sense.
To inspire whoever is looking for inspiration. I hope I inspire people to, you know, whatever challenges that they have, whether it's RA, whether it's trying to live a healthy lifestyle, whether it's something completely different.
For me, a big part of it is just committing to trying every day. And, you know, I try to tell people is that if you're trying each day, you're succeeding on some level. Tell yourself that trying is succeeding.